Welcome back to MTN Live in the Mountains. And now on the couch with us, we have Jason Bryant. He's the race director over at Beech Mountain. Jason, thanks for coming in and speaking with us today.
Thanks for having me today.
So tell us a little bit about your history in racing. I know you got a pretty solid history as far as when it comes to just kind of trail running and all that type of thing as well. And you've pretty much gone everywhere, it seems like.
Running's been really good to me. It's let me go a lot of places and see a lot of unique places that I wouldn't have imagined getting to see just actually 5 or 6 years ago. Because I'd been a runner, ran in high school at Surrey Central High School, about an hour and a half away.
Is that where you started running?
That's where I started running.
Yeah.
Got there and went out for indoor track and fell in love with cross country. That was a little more my thing. And continued to run on my own after high school.
Okay. So where all have you been? I mean, just give us a little idea of all the places you've gone.
If in the U.S., all over Utah, which I'm going there this weekend, and then all over the West Coast, so Oregon, Washington. And the nice thing with this is it often includes mountains with the running that I do. So you see beautiful, beautiful places, but then I've gotten the chance to go to Europe multiple times. So England was and it was out up in the northern part of the country, so it was very nice. Also been to Ireland.
Wow. I'm jealous of you.
I must say, I have enjoyed it. And, you know, in this past year, it's funny as I've gotten to travel and see such beautiful places, they've become almost normal for me. Went to Slovenia a couple of summers ago, and it was beautiful. And this year went to Switzerland. It's a very popular area, the Interlaken area. And, you know, someone was asking me about it, and I was like, well, I saw avalanche during the race. I saw several 400, 500-foot waterfalls.
Wow. And
that became kind of normal. So running's been good to me.
Where's maybe a place you really want to go to run, maybe that you haven't been yet?
Oh, wow. I want to go, actually going to get to do that into the France in the Pyrenees, and I'm doing that later in March.
That's so cool. I want to be a runner now, so I can just run all over the world.
Yeah, it definitely gives you an excuse to go, and I've been blessed to have a little bit of success, so then it allows those things to work out. The trip that I was mentioning in March, we're going to Spain first and meeting up with a race director there, who then is going to transport me, a guy from Mexico, and then another guy, I can't remember which country in Europe, and we're going to spend a week running in the French Pyrenees, and then race again the next weekend in France, in the mountains.
And you got some medals to show us.
Yeah.
We want to see them.
Since we were speaking of the European races, in Switzerland this past year, our men's team won a silver medal. And I helped organize the team and then also ran on the team. So that was definitely one of my career highlights with running. And it was also nice organizing it. Our women's team won a gold medal and an individual gold. So been having some success racing in Europe with our teams as well.
Yeah, that was pretty cool one too. I even like the little the banner here you got with the Switzerland.
That's very different, and that's what you see. The medals are the same for every championship, but then the ribbon a lot of times is each country will do their own thing for what they want to do for the ribbon.
That's cool. That's awesome. So tell us a little bit about the USA Trail Championship as well. I guess you've been the director for that for the last 4 years, is that right?
Yeah, I've directed the 10K Trail Championship for the past 4 years. These championships, they're contested various distances. So there's like a 50K trail, a 100K trail, a marathon trail championship, and also a mountain running world championship. So they're various distances, and the one that I've done has been the 10K.
Okay.
And the others are scattered all over the country. So each race has the personality of that area, which is an exciting thing about bringing that here to Beech Mountain, is that it has the atmosphere of the high country, which has such unique areas and mountainous and footing and terrain that you don't see in other parts of the country that I travel to. And when I travel and speak to the elite runners from around the country, they're not very familiar with the East Coast trail running because there's been very few championships out here. So I'm excited that that's coming here.
But this kind of being a national thing, I'm sure that you're looking to draw this year a lot of really good runners to this thing.
Yeah, I've already been communicating with a few really good runners. One of those being Max King. If you know mountain running, ultra running, He's kind of the name, and he's expressed interest in coming, and he's actually a 2011 world champion.
Oh, wow.
At mountain running. But then other guys that have, and ladies that have competed on the U.S. team that competes at the world championships. I've had a couple of those already requesting information and let me know that they want to come run.
Wow. How many people do you usually have come out to a race like that?
It varies a lot because a lot of these races are fairly small. So my previous races has been about 150. I'd like to get those numbers up. You know, and that's one of the reasons that I was moving to Beech Mountain was I thought it was an area where you could get larger numbers. And asking that, one of the best things about this championship race is that you have elite runners there running with everyone. So you might have people who are walking the majority of the course, but they're out there the same day with these elite runners. So the race, sometimes I get asked that, is it an elite-only race? And I'm like, no, it's open to everyone.
That's what I was asked, could people run in the community?
People from the community, I would love to have as much community support as possible. That's really what we're looking for. And community support in them coming out and running and being out there with these runners, and you have the opportunity to be up close and meet these people. And even if you're not running, coming out and spectating, seeing what some of this trail and mountain running stuff is. You know, we'd love to have everybody out at it. An added thing with our race that's really neat, with it being a U.S. championship, it not only crowns the overall championships, but each age group from 40 and above every 5 years has age group medals, and that's what is a medal that I have here. This is an age group medal that I got from the 40 to 44 category this past fall out in Utah for the marathon championships. But we have these races that go 3 deep for the age groups.
That's awesome. So you got all the different age competitions too, so it's not just, is there going to be an overall winner as well?
Yeah, there's going to be an overall national champion that'll be crowned male and female.
Okay.
Yeah, and that'll be someone fast.
Are you gonna run in the race?
Yeah, I had the previous 4 years, and people have commented about that. They're like, wow, you're running in your own race, and especially such a big race, but I tend not to run very well. This past year was the best I'd run because I'd just turned 40 a few weeks before the race. So I just latched on to the top guy that was also in that category, and we kind of duked it out.
What's your best time?
My time on that course was 46 minutes for 10K, and people watching, if they know 10K, they're going, wow, that's slow.
I think that's fast. It would take me hours to do that.
Yeah, the thing is, you know, like some of these folks, I had that with my old course. I like challenging courses. I like for them to be something interesting. And I had guys that were 28 minutes for 10K on the track or on the road. These are really fast folks. And they were running 40 minutes at my race. So they were 12 minutes slower than what they would run on the road. And that was pretty typical, sometimes a little more than that.
I'm sorry, Drew. Talking about the courses, I didn't know, have you designed the course for this upcoming race, or have you like decided where you're going to do it?
Well, it's at Beech,
I knew,
right?
but I didn't, because I know, do you have to like, I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I've gotten a little bit of leeway on that. Generally, the races to get championships are pretty well established, but ours is, I've been involved with USA Track and Field with the Mountain Ultra Trail for a few years, and so the course hasn't been finalized, and I'm actually going to be putting some information out, getting some input, because I've been told I like things a little bit too extreme.
Yeah, I didn't know if you're going to have like
so
people...
looking for someone to rein me in. My wife went with me a few weeks ago, and she was saying, I don't know, you might want to cut a few sections out here that are pretty tough.
Is it like jumping over like rocks and like like not trees, but maybe like fallen trees, is like things like that?
There may be a few fallen trees. The biggest difficulty is, you know, the trails twist and rewind through the trees, and then there's rocks, there's roots. So the footing's not smooth like it is on a road or on a smooth path. You're always readjusting your steps. And plus the big steeps, the big downs, you're always changing speed, which is a strain mentally to keep shifting from one speed to the next speed to the next speed constantly throughout the race. And that's one of the things that separates a good trail runner, a good mountain runner, from someone who may be good on the roads and has trouble transitioning, is you have to stay mentally focused the whole time, no matter how tired or no matter how much you just want to sit down and stop.
Well, that's great. So it's at Beech this year. Is Beech going to be trying to work with you and making this trail?
Yeah, they already have set up trails. If you're familiar with Beach Mountain, they have the Emerald Outback Trails. And so it's going to be on those trail systems. We're going to use a little bit of the ski slope.
Okay.
But yeah, they've been working with me a good bit for this race and the other races. I know I hadn't mentioned that. There's a race, that race is June 29th, but there's a race before it, April 6th, that goes up the road, actually, not on the trails. But I think you'll get your money's worth if you're wanting challenge, because it's averages about 9% grade for
And
a
that's
little
on
less
April
than 5
6th?
months. That's on April 6th.
What is that one called?
That one's called Beach Mountain Goat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you're a part of Mountain Goat Racing. Is that what your?
Yeah.
Is that your your group?
Yeah, that's my group. That's a website that I started up. I have a little bit of a nickname of Running Mountain Goat. Since I tend to like these extreme courses and conditions, I picked up that nickname, so I kind of carried it over into Mountain Goat Racing that I started up this past fall.
Should have introduced you as the Mountain Goat.
Yeah, no. The Mountain Goat, Jason Bryant, the Mountain Goat. That's so funny. Can you give us maybe some information or a number we could call, or is your website to find out more about the race?
Yeah, you can go to my website. That is www.mountaingoatracing.com. And my contact information for email is on there, and you can get in touch with me through that email. It's on the right-hand side of the screen there. And there'll be more information coming up soon, and actually in the next couple of days going to post a link to my personal blog that's looking for input on that Trail 10K. But you can, the information for the April 6th race, the Beach Mountain Goat, is already up there, and it kind of gives you, I have a profile map. I put plenty of information out there on the website.
That's awesome. So if anyone wants to sign up, that's exactly where they can go to do it.
Yeah, they can go there and they'll link you to my registration page.
All right.
That's wonderful. And hopefully we're going to have you back in here, and you can bring some of the runners. Hopefully we'll have, what's that guy's name, Max?
Max King.
I want Max King to come on here.
Yeah. Everybody wants Max King.
All right. Well, is there anything else you'd like to add about the racings coming up?
If you are, again, thinking that this is, too big of an event for you, it's not. It's good for anyone. What I like to say, and some people's like, the course sounds too hard. My previous course, which this course will be similar anyway, I've had a 70-plus-year-old woman finish it every year. Wow. She and her husband have traveled from Georgia, and if you have a 70-plus woman that can finish it, I think anyone that's willing to push themselves can come out and do that. And you just find a lot of people that maybe have been experienced on the road, they get in the mountain trails and they find they just love it. It's a different view than asphalt.
Oh, I agree. I think that'd be much prettier to run past some waterfalls and some pretty scenic views than running on the road.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, thanks for coming in and sharing with us today.
Thank you for having me in.
All right, we'll be back in a minute with more MTN Channel 18.